I've come to realize that whenever I've been curious, I've learned, and whenever I've learned, I've grown. My name is Priyank Jain, and I welcome you to this episode of Curious Baatein. Well, today I'm joining you guys from a very special place. That is my native place, my hometown in Rajasthan called Jab. Well, this is our ancestral bungalow where we are currently at. I'm at the terrace of my bungalow right here, and there's a very special reason why I've decided to create a podcast over here. I'm sitting on top of this khatla or charpai or whatever you want to call it, and let me share with you what a day looks like at Rajasthan at my place over here. Imagine getting up in the morning without having anything to check off your to-do list. Imagine, spending time with your family, spending quality time with elders, getting the respects every morning, spending time with your cousins without any stress, you're just having fun. And everyone is family here, be it the people around here, be it your neighbors or the whole village. In fact, even animals are your family. I know that my Bade Papa, every morning he goes out, he knows every dog right over here, he knows their families, who has puppies and so on, feeds them twice a day. Leave along the dogs, even the sparrows, even the monkeys. He invites monkeys to the terrace. I remember yesterday he invited around some 15-20 monkeys, and we gave them food and everything. We went to a goshala. We gave food to cows and so on, where we are brought up with values of compassion, that every living creature has to be respected, has to be given that sort of love and care. That is where I belong. That's where my roots are from. We have a few Jain monks over here this time of the year. So every morning we go there, we take their blessings, we show our respect to them. It's wonderful. It's wonderful how your day goes by over here. Being here, being connected to my roots, being kind coming to you from a place of humility, humbleness, is how I wanted to start on this journey, because I know that if this is where I start, if this is the place from where we start, then there's nothing that's going to stop us. And the only way is moving forward. The only way is going ahead with this podcast and taking it to newer heights. The purpose for this podcast is basically that I wanted to share with you the four key pillars around which I want to create this complete journey of Curious Baatein. And I want to share with you that these four pillars are just an extension of my own personality. The first pillar, I want to share with you something, I want to share a story from my own childhood, how I've been brought up. Well, this is something that I'm really grateful for my parents for, because at a very early age, since the time I remember, since I was like, what, 5, 6, 7 years old, my parents, apart from giving me all the luxuries and all, sending me to the best of schools, or living in a very comfortable place, apart from all that, he had always kept me very closely connected to the spiritual side of life. All my friends had everything, I mean, around me, had similar upbringing when it comes to the other side, but this is something that very few people experienced in their life. I remember traveling to remote places, villages, be it in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, I mean, places around there, wherever our gurus were. And I remember going there, staying there for 3, 4, 7, 8 days, and just being there, being in that environment, observing what that life is like, observing how a day looks like over there, learning the values from the source, from the people that have devoted their lives to that, through the spiritual journey, to to a journey of constant self improvement, to a journey of their soul, really shifted things for me. At that age you don't really think about what's right or wrong, or what's correct or not correct, but when you don't understand the value of things when you get it at that age. I also remember my parents used to at every, there is Vekhyan, or there is gatherings in every every morning when you go to that place. Every morning you have a time where these monks share their journey and experiences and learnings with everyone there. My dad used to just give my name to the person who was handling that whole session and say that he's going to speak for like 5-10 minutes about anything. And I had these topics prepared, or had a few poems prepared that I used to go and share in those different cities and villages and everything. That's where I got my my foundation. That's at that time I didn't know what was happening, but now when I look back, that's where I've got my main foundation pillars, and that's where I've built my curiosity around spiritualism, about the spiritual life, and about how an ideal life, or how, or what value systems that you should have in your life. That is the first pillar of this podcast, where we will be having say solo podcasts or interviews with people who have lived their life following these principles, and we'll share about that on this podcast, and ask questions that we have about the purpose, or the meaning, or the values that we need to live our life by. Well, coming to the second pillar, this is, so the first pillar that was in my life, say till the age of 16, 17, where I used to go out and learn and all these about the spiritual life, apart from my school and everything. But after, when I got into college, when I got into first year of college, that's where my curiosity for business and so on started. Till date, it's been what, around 5 years. I have had the opportunity to learn from some really amazing mentors. The first mentor that I had was Nikhil Singhi, who's a financial coach, a net worth planner, and a business coach. And at that time, I told him, I met him at an event where he was a speaker. I told him that I know how to make videos and so on, and I would love to work with you. And I got an opportunity. He was humble enough to give me an opportunity to work with him for a year, in fact, when I was in my third year, and I was creating content for him. But during that time, I learned the basics of business, about wealth creation, about financial planning, and so on. And those were some of the most amazing time of my life, amazing learnings of my life. Well, one key learning that I've taken away from my first mentor was that always play on your strengths, because if you think about your weakness, that's not going to take you anywhere. Always know your strengths and double down on them to achieve great things in life. My second mentor was Mr. Avi Arya, a handsome looking hunk. This man, his lifestyle has inspired me in so many ways. His thought process, his journey has been something that I really look up to. And I got an opportunity to get mentorship from him, where we used to come on calls, on online Zoom calls and everything, and he used to share with me about the secrets and his journey, his story, his learnings, and his business philosophies and so on. He used to tell me how to run a digital business, how to run an agency. He used to teach me everything about how he goes about his own business, and he's one of the most successful digital entrepreneurs in this country. One of the key learnings that I've got from him was that sweat more in practice, so you bleed less in war. Now think about it. He shared with me the value of how you should be so prepared before getting into any meeting or any discussion or any sales meeting or wherever you go. Be so prepared that you have, I mean, you just kill it in those meetings, right? Or in any setting for that matter. That was amazing. My third mentor, who is currently my mentor, who I'm currently working with, is Mr. Rajesh Chandan. Well, this man, he's a gem of a person. Apart from his wide business acumen, his experiences, he's invested in more than 45 companies, in startups, and currently has his own multiple businesses that he runs and takes care. He's a technology buff, and I've learned amazing stuff from him. One key thing that I've learned from him is that knowledge first. always focus on learning and developing yourself and learning new skills and strategies. Learn about businesses, learn about the startups that are coming up, learn about why are they doing what they're doing, so that you're always up to date and you can take those learnings and apply it in your own business. That has been amazing. He says that once you have your learning in place, if you have a constant stream of knowledge and constant stream of learning, money will follow as a byproduct. So these were my three. If you have mentors so far, and I've learned some amazing stuff from them. Moving forward, I look forward to learning from more such visionary people, visionary entrepreneurs, and successful businessmen that can come on this podcast with us and mentor us, teach us through their experiences and learnings in business. So that's going to be the second pillar, which is business and wealth creation. And we will share our curiosity there. We will learn there from these people. Coming to the third pillar, which is health and fitness. Well, this includes both physical and mental health. Well, in school, I remember I used to love yoga. We used to go to this amazing yoga hall where it was beautiful. We had AC there, so that was one other thing that got us there. And I was always our teacher's pet for the reason that I was flexible, right? So she used to call me in front of the class and tell the whole class. I mean, ask me to do the yoga asanas so that the whole class can see and so on. That was my most cherished moments in school. Moving forward, in the last 1 year, I've got back on my yoga journey, and from the last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing resistance training and weight training and everything. And I always like to keep my health in check. I'm always curious about how I can improve my health, be it my diet, be it the way, so that I'm more active throughout the day, and so on. So that is the third pillar, which is health and fitness, where we'll be having conversations with these experts, with these people who have devoted their life to getting healthier, both physically and mentally, because mental health is like everything in the current age, right? Because we are in the social media world, we are in the world of constant comparison, we are in the world of constant anger, grief, and so on. So that we need to have conversations around mental health topics so that we can improve our peace, improve our happiness, and live an amazing, healthy life. That's the third pillar. The fourth and the final pillar is something that I'm really, really mind blown about. We are in a world of constant improvements of science and technology. If you see around yourself these technology in business, in marketing, in data analytics, in cryptos, NFTs, finance, and even recently Facebook announced its name as Meta, which is the metaverse that we are heading to, and everything around that really blows my mind. I want to have some interesting conversations in those topics as well. So that is going to be the fourth topic, which is the fourth pillar, that is science and technology. And we will have some amazing guests that will show us where we are heading and what we need to be prepared for the world that is coming. So these are the four key pillars that we will have Curious Baatein around. And we're going to have these conversations on a weekly basis with these amazing people. All I request, all I want from you side is your constant support. We have a complete team of more than 10 people behind to make this a reality, and to share these amazing insights with all of you. And I want to dedicate the next few years of my life to this podcast, this project, so that we create a library, a bouquet of content that helps people in these four key pillars. And this is basically, again, an extension of my own personality. This is something that I'm really, really passionate about, that is constant self improvement and growth in all the aspects of life. So I'm very excited to get on this journey, and I'm very excited to share these amazing conversations with all of you, so that we build this amazing community of people that always want to learn more and grow more. So That is it for the first podcast. Again, I'm joining with you from this amazing place, this beautiful place. And I just hope with all my heart, all my heart and soul that we take this to some amazing places. We learn, we grow, we have communities, we meet up. I want to travel to different cities, have conversations, and just share these experiences with you. So I just want all your support. So, or don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast apps, be it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen your podcast at. And let's create something beautiful. Let's create something amazing. So I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, this is Priyank Jain signing off. Thank you.